Easton, Pennsylvania, and local man, Michael R., who asks, "Hi, Matt. I hope you and yours are doing well. Here's my question for Dave. Hi, Dave. You still get comics from Marvel or DC Comics? If you do, any favorites?" Matt says, "I'm sure the answer at Marvel and DC is Dave who, i.e. no." Yes, that's 100% situation. We're coming up on 3 hours here. And you're right, and that's all I got from the rabble. Lee Thacker's The Anxiety Society is being kickstarted as My Nervous Breakdown. Go Lee. I'm going to give a big thumbs up on that as well. Can you do me a favor and email Rolly a link to Lee Thacker's Kickstarter? I'm gonna want to buy something there just to be part of the solution instead of part of the problem. And as I said, I think it was last time on Please Hold for Dave Sim. It's a phenomenal piece of work that Lee did, and that's one of those. Yeah, I've already got the preview copy that Lee sent me, and with a personal letter actually incorporated into the book. But gosh darn it, I gotta donate to this. I gotta make sure that Lee knows that one of the people that's going to be driving him crazy with mailing expenses and stuff like that is Dave Sim. There he is. He's right there in proxy form, joining in on the My Nervous Breakdown Kickstarter.
Okay.
James Banderas-Smith, Papa Balloon and Cactus #4 is also on the Kickstarter. Can you do the same thing there? I hate to plug you, Matt, but is there a Dave Sim variant cover for that one? No, there isn't. I don't know if he wants another Dave Sim variant cover. He's already had 2 of them. But Wandering Star by Terry S. Wood makes its return in Papa Balloon and Cactus #4. So I definitely want to support that. And if I didn't want to support it for that, Captain Zap makes his second appearance in Papa Balloon and Cactus #4. Drawn by series writer-artist Oliver Simonson. And Oliver Simonson, Risa Challender, and Richard Friend are all contributing to the latest issue of Papa Balloon and Cactus. So you go, James, and I'm on the same page with that. There's, it's like, how could I not participate in this? I've got a complete set of Wandering Star by Terry S. Wood when I was helping her with self-publishing way back in the day. I've got all of Oliver's Captain Zap material. I got to get in on this. And I recommend that everybody else get in on this because James is doing a hell of a job of making very, very entertaining packages. So we're going to have a cliffhanger here as well, and the cliffhanger is where are we here? Yes, this was an email through Rolly from Michael R. and another email from Michael R. in his capacity as AV Correspondent Interim Division Head. And I have to apologize because now Michael R. is having to buy a new computer so that he can deal with collected letters. but it's all part of Todd's clockwork mechanism. And I'm gonna put this right next to the phone. There's the 2-page letter and the 3-page letter, and the cliffhanger is going to be, or he's talking about his ideal remastered deluxe package, and he goes, or somehow included in the Dagan James 1982 Cerebus Tour Kickstarter. Hey, when is that coming out, by the way? There might be others who might want it as well. It might really decrease the price of something that a few might actually want. That's the last thing that I've got to do on the photos archive. Is I've got a photo album with all of the 1982 photos in it. It did have all of the 1982 photos in it. And then I took out some of those photos when I did a typesetted version of my tour diary and actually glued in the original photographs where they applied to the text. And that has all gone to Dagan James, but now I have to worry about making sure that I know where each of those photos belongs, because there's, like I say, all of these gaps in the photo album, and I don't want to make any mistakes on this. The other problem is Dagan James, bless his heart, I sent him all of the weird disc negatives that we had with the camera in 1982, and he printed out all of the photographs, and on a percentage basis, there's maybe 6 or 7% usable photographs, which means the photos that we got developed back in 1982, 42 years ago, are the best quality copies of those photos. They're actually better than the negatives, if you can imagine that as a situation. Although I've hung on to all of the negatives because you never know if that's going to change with technology. Where it stands with Dagan is, he said the tour book is almost done, and I said, okay, get Studio Comics, send the digital files to Studio Comics Press of what you've got so far, and I will add to it, tweak it, do other additions. The only thing that I got done so far, because I still haven't got the Dagan James version of the 1982 tour book, is Denny and I, when we were in New York City, we went to see the comedian. We went actually to Rodney Dangerfield's comedy club, and at the comedy club, we saw George Kirby, who had just gotten out of prison, and I sent a fax to Jen saying, can you send me the Wikipedia on the comedian George Kirby? So I've got that, and I've got the photos that we took in the club of George Kirby, and I've got an idea of how to use those as part of the 82 tour book. And I've got all of this information about George Kirby, where I can say, okay, here's his whole story, and here's where he was in New York City on the 82 tour was very early on, so it was October, end of October. Here's George Kirby's life in October 1982. So there you go. There's the cliffhanger on that, and then we will also be talking about Michael R's ideal deluxe package, which literally no one will be able to afford. But he's willing to make time payments on it.
Okay. I will make a note for next month of where we left off on the cliffhanger.
Okay. All right. You have a good night, Matt. And say, what are the three cats' names?
Buddy was the cat we've had for 7 years. In fact, I think today or tomorrow was his quote-unquote birthday.
Right.
And then we just took in a brother and sister pair called Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde and Buddy. I'm now going to have to write that down so that now at the end of every Please Hold for Dave Sim, I have to say hi to Paula, Janice Pearl, Bullwinkle, Buddy, Bonnie, and Clyde.
Oh, I don't have to say hi to the cats. They'll just come say hi to me. That I was almost late for work I was late for work this morning because as I was getting ready, Bonnie popped out from underneath the laundry hamper and was, "I love you." I'm like, "That's great. I'm leaving."
That's why I love you. It's cats, unless they're in the way, they're just not being remotely cat-like. So, congratulations on not getting any kitty vomit in your footwear.
We'll see if that changes with the addition of new cats.
It could possibly do so. You have a good night, Matt.
You too, Dave. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.